Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. It's what I specialize in. Not only have I done extensive research and studying on this topic, but I have lived through it myself, implemented all the things we're going to be talking about in order to help heal my body naturally. And that is helping to balance out your hormones and reversing infertility or increasing your chances of conception. First, I just want to share a little bit of backstory, my own personal life, if I shall. I was diagnosed with a lot of gynecological issues through my 20s and my 30s, suffered from infertility through my 20s and my 30s. I had PCOS, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, uterine polyps. I had really long, like 12-day, heavy periods. And the doctors just kind of said, oh, you can just take some, I also had anxiety, so they told me I can just take anxiety medications, and they put me on birth control, which did absolutely nothing because it wasn't actually getting to the root cause. Once I got to the root cause, I was able to heal my hormones, balance out my body, get rid of the anxiety, get rid of the inflammation, and I was able to conceive my very first child at the age of 43. And he's sleeping right there. When most women hear about hormones or infertility, they automatically think, okay, there's something wrong with my ovaries, my uterus, but actually it's something that's wrong with your whole entire body. So our gut, our immune system, our digestive tract, everything. When it comes to hormone imbalances, we have to take a look at our liver, our adrenal glands, our gut, and our nervous system. When we have something wrong in one of those areas, we have something wrong in all those areas because they're actually all connected. Sure, you can take a natural supplement, an herbal supplement for trying to increase fertility. However, if you don't address all the other things that's associated with it, you are just pretty much putting a band-aid over a gashing wound. So we're going to take a look at our gut health, our liver health, our hormone health, and see what is the connection there. And don't freak out because I actually have an ebook, and the link is down in the description. It goes through step by step of everything that you need to do, including diet, exercise, why you get out of balance, and natural ways that we can bring our hormones back into balance. So I highly recommend, after you watch this video, go and check out that ebook. So we're going to take a look at our gut. So our gut is where our hormones are actually eliminated and detoxified. When our gut is inflamed, our estrogen starts to build up. Some of the things that I did to help heal my gut was intermittent fasting. This is where I would not eat anything after 5 p.m. through to noon the next day. This helped my body to eliminate the toxins. It's kind of a rest and repair state to move things out and help my digestive system to take a break. I also drank things like slippery elm, marshmallow root, and dandelion root tea to help with soothing my intestinal organs. I also eliminated dairy, wheat, and processed foods out of my diet. Once I did this, I started to see results within like 2 weeks. The second thing I did was I worked on my stress because high cortisol equals low estrogen and equals no fertility. When we are in a constant state of stress, our body kind of puts fertility and digestion on the back burner because it needs to deal with all the stress we're putting it under. I've talked about 3 different stressors that we put our body through: our physical, mental, emotional, and chemical stress. And regardless of which 3 that we put our body through, our body is going to react the same way. It's going to have an inflammatory response and an immune response, and it's going to eat up all of our stores of vital minerals and nutrients. So we need to find ways to help reduce the stress in our life. And that may look like going for a walk in nature, which I highly recommend because we need to get the vitamin D from the sun. Also taking a nice warm bath, stretching, yoga, meditation, journaling, taking time for ourselves. Also taking adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha or maca to help lower the stress level in our lives. I like to make a tea right before bedtime made with tulsi, lemon balm, and lavender, chamomile, and a little bit of honey about an hour before bedtime, and it just helps to relax my body. Number 3 is we want to nourish our bodies with the right foods that's going to help to balance out our hormones. Our hormones are built from fats, proteins, and minerals. So we want to focus on healthy fats like avocados, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds. I actually suggest doing some seed cycling. I will do a video on seed cycling a little bit later on, but look into that. It's where you eat specific seeds during your follicular phase and your luteal phase, and this will help to give you the right nutrients, the right fats to help build your hormones. Making sure you're getting good quality protein that could look like either lentils or beans or wild-caught salmon. I myself prefer to eat more of a plant-based diet, and I know some people, there's a little controversial there of not getting enough protein on a plant-based diet, but you'll get plenty of protein. Just make sure that you're eating the clean proteins and kind of staying away from some of the protein powders that are out there because they can actually cause a little bit more harm than good, and I may do a video on that. Complex carbohydrates like quinoa, sweet potato, or wild yam can also benefit you by building up your progesterone or your estrogen to a right normal level and giving you all the nutrients you need. Minerals like magnesium, zinc, and selenium will also help to build up your estrogen and your progesterone, and also take in vitamin B6, maybe in a non-fortified nutritional yeast supplement, or you can sprinkle it onto salads. That is an awesome way to get those in as well. I like to drink a mineral-rich tea every day that is made from red raspberry leaf, oat straw, and stinging nettle. Number 4, we're going to talk about the herbs that you can use to help balance out your hormones. Now, as I mentioned before, you can do seed cycling. So some of these herbs would be really, really great for incorporating them into your seed cycling routine. During my follicular phase, which is day 1 of your period through day 14 of your period, I would take maca root and shatavari berry. Both of these help to support estrogen, so it won't be too high or too low. Then during my luteal phase, which is day 15 through day 28 of your menstrual cycle, I would take wild yam and chasteberry, also known as Vitex. These 2 herbs work great together and to help you produce your egg quality, not egg quantity, because we're already born with all the eggs we'll ever have, but it helps to produce the quality of your egg and to help you increase your ovulation. Number 5, detoxing our liver. Your liver is literally your hormone filtration system. And xenoestrogens and all these chemicals from our processed foods that we're eating, then it cannot filter out our female reproductive hormones. So doing a nice, gentle liver detox is something that could greatly benefit your liver. Milk thistle, burdock, and dandelion root is wonderful herbs to help detoxify your liver. We want to make sure that we're trying to sweat. So what I would do is I would drink my tea, my liver detoxification tea, and then either go for a walk wearing sweats and making sure it's nice and warm outside, or sitting in a sauna, or doing some hot yoga. Keep in mind that we don't want to overexert ourselves with exercise. Actually, a lot of exertion for exercise can raise up our cortisol, and we know high cortisol, low estrogen, so don't want to be overdoing the exercising. And I want you to pay attention to your body. This is where journaling came in handy for me. I would make notes of how I was feeling. I charted my periods. I was having symptoms during certain phases of my menstrual cycle, and a light bulb went off in my head, and these symptoms was because I was having a low dip in those hormones that should have been higher. Our bodies talk to us through various ways. So skin breakouts, hair falling out, weight around our midsection. It's constantly chatting at us, like saying, hey, you know, this is not right. And keep in mind that balancing your hormones is going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It didn't get out of balance overnight, so it's not going to get back into balance overnight. But I would say within about 4 cycles, you should start seeing a huge difference in your overall quality of health. Right away, when I started to balance out my hormones, I started to notice that I wasn't as gassy or bloated. My skin cleared up. I was sleeping a lot better, and I didn't have that long, horrible, crampy period that seemed to go on forever. And if this video resonated with you, consider subscribing to my channel, because I have a lot more education to give you ladies for balancing out hormones and why our hormones get out of balance and everything health related. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what topic you'd like to talk about, maybe PCOS or endometriosis, and some things that you can do to help alleviate the pain of that, and maybe some causes for those things. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.